Hey everyone, this is Angelina Papazian with River of Life Coaching, and I am a spiritual life coach and master of social work. And here on this channel, we talk about a variety of different topics relating to psychology, philosophy, spirituality, and all sorts of different things relating to what it is to be human and different things we experience throughout our lives. So, in a previous video, we talked about singlehood and how to really make the most out of being single and to really get a different perspective on what being single is like and what it could actually be doing for us and what relationships might actually be like and how they might actually change our perspective on this current season of singlehood in our life. So today we're going to delve a little bit more into this, but before we get started, if you find any of this content to be helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching sessions, message me directly and stay tuned for more courses and workshops that I'm currently in the process of creating. If you are not really into the coaching or the workshops or courses or anything like that, just keep liking these videos, keep watching them, see what you find to be helpful and what works best for you, and we'll take it from there. So, we're going to talk about really delving more into what being single can do for us. So, in the previous video, we had talked about how we might always be looking for something outside of us to actually fulfill us and make us whole. We might look at a relationship as the key to our happiness. We might want a partner to come in and make us fulfilled and to bring us happiness and to make our lives better. And in some ways, relationships can be very beautiful and nourishing in that way. It can be an addition to our lives, but it's important for us to remember that a relationship is not going to be the end-all be-all. We still have to be whole and fulfilled within ourselves for the most part. We still have to invest in our relationships and in ourselves. We have to invest in our careers and the kind of work that we do. We have to invest in our health and well-being. And there's a lot of things that we need to do for ourselves before we can really have a healthy and loving relationship. So, look at your singleness season as an opportunity for growing and expanding, not just a time of being in the waiting period, not just a time of punishment and when am I going to meet my person and how is this going to all happen and everything. Really see if you can invite the divine or God or higher power, whatever you may call it or whatever you may practice, into this and really see if there's any kind of perspective or clarity you can gain about this season of your life. Is this season teaching you anything? Is this season helping you to become a better person? Is this season helping you to learn certain skills or to get clearer on what it is that you want and what you don't want? Is this season giving you some space to really get clear on what your values are and how to actually make space for good things in your life and how to actually make you more of an energetic match to those things? Are you becoming wiser as a result of this? Can you ask God to show you the wisdom on what it is that you need to change and how you need to grow? What are some of the unhealthy patterns that you may have? What are some of the things that you may be avoiding right now? What are some of the walls that you may have up in relationship? What have been some previous experiences that you've gone through that have shaped the way you are today and that have shaped whether or not you're ready to receive relationships or create relationships or step into relationships? What are some limiting beliefs or assumptions that you may have right now? Do you think that relationships are possible for you? Do you think that relationships are safe? Do you think that people will leave you? Do you think that people are going to not have your best interest at mind? Do you think that you won't be chosen? Do you think that you actually won't be really taken into consideration and loved and valued and respected? Do you think that you have to perform? Do you think that you have to be a certain way before you can really be loved? Do you think that you have to act a certain way to be worthy of love? Do you think that you have to look or be a certain way or have a certain amount of money in your bank account before you're worthy for love and relationships? There's so many different limiting beliefs we may hold that could be getting in our way in unconscious ways when it comes to actually developing those relationships. We may be holding ourselves back without even realizing it. So maybe we need to pray a little bit more for courage to heal those types of wounds and to really look at that and to look in the mirror and take a cold, hard look at ourselves and swallow some hard truths about ourselves. Sometimes those are the best types of medicine for us. We have to really look at what it is that we need to change before we can actually have those types of relationships. Many of us may actually be in relationships that aren't the healthiest and both people can work together towards becoming healthier and whole, but that's not always going to be the case. We may find that it is better for us to really do the work before entering a relationship and then continue doing the work as we're in the process of growing in our relationship. Other people they meet at not the greatest times in their lives and they start a relationship and they make it work. Other times people move apart. Sometimes people get into relationships and one person continues to do the work, the other person doesn't, and they separate eventually. Or some people don't and they stay in relationships that aren't actually aligned with them and their values and what's actually in their best interest. And so we have to really get clear about where we're at and what we need to improve on and where we need to really heal and grow and what we need to expand on. What do we need to cultivate? What do we need to do differently? And also, what are we doing well on? What can we continue to do? What's actually helping us in the long run, and what are we doing today that's actually making us ready for the kinds of relationships that we want? So maybe we can also ask too for our higher power or God or the divine to help shape our character, to help shape us into becoming more of what it is that we want. We have to keep in mind, like mentioned in the previous video, that we can have an idea of what we want in a partner. We can have an idea of what qualities and traits we want in our partners, but we also have to be very clear about how we're showing up in our relationships. If I want a partner who has integrity, I have to have integrity. If I want a partner who is communicative and able to be vulnerable and intimate, I have to be communicative and able to be vulnerable and intimate. If I want a partner who's a good listener, I have to practice good listening skills. If I want a partner who's healthy and fit, I have to be healthy and fit. If I want a partner who is actually respectful and knows how to be kind and compassionate towards others, I have to be respectful and kind and compassionate towards others. We want to be a match to our partners. We don't need to be 100% identical. There might be some traits and strengths that our partners may have that we don't, and vice versa. But what we do want to be careful of is not falling into the trap of being so focused on what the other person is like and what they are doing that we are not focusing on our side of the street as well, that we're not focusing on who we are and who we're becoming and what we're doing and how we're coming off. We want to be very careful and clear about what it is that we're doing and how we're showing up in our relationships, whether it's the dating experience or even if we can take this a step further and apply it to our platonic and familial relationships and people we come across in general. But we want to get clear about who we are and what we're doing and who we're becoming. And is this the kind of person that I want to become? Are my actions actually aligned with the kind of person that I want to be? So remember that there's so many factors involved in becoming the people we want to be during this phase of being single. There's so many different things that we can do to invite the divine into becoming into our lives and into this season of being single. Maybe we can ask our higher power or God to show us what our gifts are. God, what are my unique gifts? What gifts do I have right now? What kind of traits do I have? What qualities do I have? God, make it clear to me what it is that I need to do. God, make it clear to me how I should be. God, make it clear to me what kind of person you want me to be. What kind of person am I meant to be? Help me to build a life that is full and meaningful for me. Help me to understand myself better. Help me to see myself more clearly and help me to understand more clearly what it is that's getting in the way of me actually becoming the kind of person I was created to be, who can receive the kind of relationship that I want in my life. Help me to trust that I am becoming the kind of person that's ready to be in a relationship. Help me to trust that I'm starting to become the person who is aligned with the kind of person that I want for my life. Help me to develop healthy relationships in my community as a source of connection and support. Bring me closer to those sources and to those connections and to those groups and communities. Help me to feel fulfilled in myself as I'm going through this process and navigating it. Help me to understand what to look out for and what to watch out for. Help me to make it very clear to me in a way that I can understand what I need to stay away from. Show me specifically who and what I need to keep away from. Show me clearly what I can do to actually step into the kind of person that I want to become. Help me to be disciplined. Help me to start my day with you. Help me to remember you throughout the day. Help me to invite you into this whole process. Give me the wisdom and the clarity. Give me the guidance. Make it clear to me. Show me the way and make me understand much better than I used to of what is best for me in this process. Help me to grow. Help me to release what no longer serves me. What is it even that I need to release in this process? What do I need to surrender to? How can I become more loving today? Help me to become a more loving person and somebody who's open and ready to receiving love in my life. God, help me to trust in your divine guidance. God, help me to trust in whatever it is that you have in store for me. There's so many different things that we can ask ourselves. There's so many different things that we can ask God for help with. There are so many different things that we can really delve into and explore with this. So what is it that you think you can delve into right now? How can you invite the God of your understanding, whatever it may be, into this process with you? How can you invite God into your life as a single person, and how can you invite God as you move towards the process of finding a partner who's meant for you? How can you actually invite God into every area of your life? Something to keep in mind is that God may not necessarily be a deity that's outside of ourselves. God may be very full within you. We each have our own beliefs. But I would encourage you to consider that there might be a possibility that the essence of God and the divine is deep within you, and that you have all the answers if you seek. When you ask, when you are clear, when you are intentional, you may find that that wisdom and that inner guidance is exactly what God is calling you to do. If you found this video to be helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on topics relating to life, spirituality, philosophy, and everything that it is to be human. Stay tuned for more workshops and courses that may be helpful on your journey in your life. I am open to doing one-on-one coaching sessions if that is your thing as well. Message me directly. If not, stay tuned for more and invite God into your life today. Have a good day.